Why don't you like the good guy superheroes?
I like good guys. I just like bad guys better.
My name is Justin Belhumeur, and I have been collecting comic books for 19 years.
I tend to really like B-list characters in general. They're not as stuck in their status quo because the general public isn't going to rally against the comic book company for making some kind of change to these characters. So they can change and they can grow and they can become something more or something different than what they started as. Whereas you can't really make those kind of changes with like a Superman.
Who are your favorite characters?
My top three, which are fairly easy for me. So number three, probably be Magneto. I saw the beginnings where he was just, standard comic book wahaha evil villain, but he became something more at one point. Like he became sympathetic and they started really fleshing out his background and his motivations. My second favorite character would be a more recent one, which is Wolverine's son, Daken. He's a more cunning version of his father, and that really seemed interesting to me. My number one favorite character is one that I have a ridiculous fascination with, and that character would be Sinestro, the main Yellow Lantern arch nemesis of Hal Jordan. His motivation behind gathering together the worst murderers in the universe and going around slaughtering people by the thousands was just to make the Green Lanterns alter the way they did things in order to make them better. Because he never stopped believing in the Green Lantern Corps and in what they meant. He just believed that they weren't doing things right and that people weren't going to listen to them because they weren't afraid of them. There was clearly something more going on there than just a standard villain.
I like to have some visual representation of the characters that I like. It's a sign of my love for the character. This thing's staying with me forever.
I just didn't conceive that I could ever really be a wrestler. I got caught up in it. All of my ring gear is black and yellow, much like Sinestro Corps costumes. All of that was done on purpose as an homage to the character. Definitely enjoy being a bad guy more. It feels like it comes a little more naturally to me, which is weird because I'm a pretty nice guy in real life. Characters that have no flaws definitely don't really resonate with me. A lot of people just love Superman, but I feel like there's too much good there. Like I can't relate to a character like Superman at all because that guy doesn't do anything wrong. He doesn't mess anything up. As a human being, I make mistakes sometimes, and when I'm following a character through their life, I want to see them make some mistakes sometimes because that's what people do. Like I want to see some reflection of reality even in these fantastic characters and these ridiculous situations that they find themselves in. I tend to really like teenage superheroes, the ones that are still growing and learning what they're doing. They don't make the right decision even more often than an adult character. I don't think anybody ever stops really growing as a person. I think like your experiences throughout your life are always changing you, tweaking you into something else. The me that I am now is definitely not the me that I was a couple of years ago. I'm not the same person that graduated back in 2000. I'm not the kid that I was when I started getting into comics originally.
What do you want to do in life? What's the ultimate goal?
I want to tell stories. I have a lot of them in my head, and I just need to... I'm still trying to figure out how best to tell them. One of the interesting things that I find about the storytelling in wrestling in particular is that sometimes the bad guy just does win. that actually makes the storytelling in wrestling seem a bit more special to me. I have so many different stories in my head. Some of my ideas I think only would really work best as comics.